you just released Means in Australia.
Yep.
Not
Yep.
just, but recently.
Yeah.
And you certainly just came back from Australia. You did the tour in September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Good.
That's good.
Yeah, good
We were,
times.
seemed like we were over there for ages. Well, we were. 2 weeks, eh?
Mhm.
And it's good. We want to just record new stuff though.
Yeah.
So we've been touring pretty hard out actually. We're always playing
Mhm.
so many shows like all the time.
I imagine, you get to a point where you're still performing songs you probably wrote years and years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, let's just get on with it. Let's make some new music.
Yeah.
So is it,
Yeah. We just want to, and also record something else so that we have something else to give people, because people that came to our very first shows, those were the same songs. So
Mm.
we need to give them something new.
Yeah, we're going to be playing a bunch of new songs, and we were playing some new songs in Australia, but then there's a lot of the old stuff as well, so it's a bit like 50-50 mix. But we're working on finishing up a new album for early next year or something.
Yeah.
but you feel it's pretty much written, it's almost there?
It's like,
It's 2/3, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And what have you experienced? I mean, we're here in New York. You played CMJ last year. You did South by Southwest this year. It just seems like you haven't stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does seem that
I
way.
guess. But it seems like CMJ was like way longer ago. Like not just a year. That's what it feels like to me. Do you know what I mean? Seems like it was just like such a long time ago. It was only 1 year ago.
Because when we came to CMJ last year, we had just put out our album in New Zealand.
Yeah.
That was like all fresh.
And then we're in
And
this
then
room.
now it's like, now it feels like we put out the album like ages ago.
Yeah, we're like, oh god, when's the next one coming? Kind of.
When's the next one coming? It's like you want to take a shit. Oh god, when's it coming?
Yeah.
I think there's
Out
calls
of
for
my
that.
control.
It is out of our control.
But you are here, and how you enjoy the new songs. I imagine it's quite a progression.
Yeah.
Yes, it's always a progression. I don't know. I guess we're thinking about it in terms of like recording it as an album more. Last time we just had the songs and we just this time it's like we have more control over how the next album's gonna sound and like.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when we recorded the last time, we were just like, oh, we don't care, we just want to like have it
Yeah.
recorded. We didn't think about production or anything like that.
Yeah, so this time we're more conscious of like which direction the album might swing. We're doing like fast and punky stuff, which we've got a few things, and then like experimenting with just playing songs, different structures or using different time signatures, just anything. We're just far more open to anything.
Have you been thinking of people to work with on the record and where to record it and things like that?
Well, we've
already
already
started.
done the drums and the bass at a big studio, and then we just like do the overdubs, the vocals and mixing it at just our friends, like a really small studio. So we can get like a pretty good sound, but then have it be quite relaxed. We can be sort of try out different things in the studio, in the small studio, without having to worry about like money or time or anything like that. Yeah.
So after CMJ, what's next?
Record the album.
Right, finish writing it first. Or, I don't know.
Well, more
Simultaneously.
immediately, we're going on tour with the Lemonheads on the
West Coast.
Yeah, which is going to be sweet. I mean,
Very sweet.
9 shows.
8 shows.
8.
You did tour with the Dead Weather, I remember, last year in Australia. That would have been just after South by as well. Or you didn't do.
We didn't do
you
South
didn't do
by
South by
last
last year.
No.
I remember missing those shows because I was at South by.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? Because that was early on before the album had been released.
Yeah. I guess it was for our first like big tour. I guess
It was
overseas.
Yeah, it's a bit strange doing it without the album out or anything like that as well.
We had 7-inch or split 7-inch. That's all we
split
did.
7-inch. And it was cool, but it was they had such a big stage production, and like their backline was just like insanely big. We had to take our own money everywhere and set up in front of them, and they played like a small show at Oxford Art Factory, and we couldn't even play because they arrived and they didn't realise how small the stage was.
It was just like run really. It's like a tight ship, you know.
Yeah.
It was kind of
It's like a job for them.
freaky.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It showed us sort of a way that people can do music. I guess they sort of just turned up, played, and then walked out the side door like immediately after they got off the stage.
And then went to sleep.
And there was no like, that was a great show or anything like that.
Yeah,
It was
it's
just like
just big business. And, like, there's no
kind of robotic.
Does that sort of behaviour, does it kind of scare you about the future of where you're going? If you ever kind of become that, you'll go, well, fuck this. Like, is there got to be that more to it?
I don't know, because maybe you know, everyone's got to earn a crust, and maybe they're doing because they've all
And
got
all
their
those
they've
people-
all got their other projects, so maybe they're just doing.
And
their
they've
other
all been
projects.
working, you know, for like 15 years, I guess.
It is like, I don't think we would personally ever become like that. I think you have to be pretty saturated into yourself to get that like that.
And when it comes to coming to America and even going to Australia, do you find that going on those sorts of tours and the ones you're on right now, does that give you more exposure back home?
Yeah.
New Zealand's pretty weird. Like they think that
It's like, oh my god, you've been overseas.
as soon
So
as you
cool.
go overseas in New Zealand, you're the best thing ever and you're famous. Pretty much, just not even playing shows. No one would know.
Because, yeah, like, I guess so many New Zealanders just think, like, it all happens over there, you know? But there's actually lots of cool stuff happening in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Do you realise that more and more the more you kind of travel and you go, well, but why are we doing this? Because there's all this stuff happening back home anyway.
Oh, not like why are we doing this, but like I guess an appreciation for like what happens in New Zealand.
New Zealand's very easy. It's very easy in New Zealand to be a musician because the welfare system is so good. Touch wood. Because the election's in November. But yeah, and you know, there's all these people in all these communities, and there's not that many venues, but you know, everyone's always doing something. Whereas I think you know, we've toyed with the idea of moving to Australia and stuff like that, but we don't really want to have to get jobs, like day jobs, because we just want to be doing music as much as we can. And we can because of the welfare system, and because we're kind of getting to the point in New Zealand where we can, people, for some unknown reason, are asking us to play like shows where we get lots of money. So,
Nothing wrong with that.
nah. But yeah, it's pretty good in New Zealand.
Well, it sounds like you guys are all rearing and ready to go in terms of getting the new album out.
Yeah.
So wish you the best of luck with that, and of course with the remainder of your shows here at in New York.
Yeah, thanks.
Imagine you're experts of the city by now.
It feels easy, yeah. Like subway and stuff's easy
Yeah.
now. It wasn't my first track. Yeah.
Pretty good at the American accent. Well, not me.
Yeah.
These guys.
I'm pretty good at like southern accents. I'm coming here lots.
We just like walk up to people and we're like, y'all know where any sushi is?
And they're
We
like,
want some fancy food.
They don't really know what we're
They're like,
talking
you
about.
sound like you're from outer space.